Good afternoon, traders. It is Tuesday, November 30th, 2021. I am here in Bangkok, Thailand, and today I'm going to go over a very, very special market breakdown. It's going to be based off of cryptocurrency, Forex, and US indices. I'm actually going to tap into all of these. I'm a seasoned trader, so once you have enough skill and experience in the markets and you master one market, you move on to others because it's very smart to become I call it a portfolio manager. So I have a portfolio with a vast amount of markets, and that is going to quantify your odds of winning even more. And it's actually better to split your eggs up and don't keep all your eggs in one basket. What tends to happen is that if the Forex market is consolidating, then most pairs are going to consolidate, and they're all going to move on a certain type of news and events, global events. Same with crypto, same with stocks. So if you have all of your eggs in one basket, you're going to be waiting for the fundamentals to line up for that market to start to move. You see that all the time. Cryptocurrency, the entire crypto market was down the other day. And if you were buying XRP, Bitcoin, IOTA, whatever, you would definitely have all reds just for that day because of the Omicron variant. Now, we don't want to do that. And so in this video, I'm going to just show you guys all how to break it down into multiple markets. So if one market's going down or one market's consolidating, you have opportunity to make money on another market during the same day. I'm using a new broker. It's called Vital Markets. It's definitely completely different from Forex.com and other brokers that I use in my main accounts. Forex.com is primarily for Forex currencies. And, you have Tastyworks, which is for options and futures. And I have Binance. I'm actually waiting for my Binance portfolio to become verified. So once that gets through the verification process, I will be actively trading cryptocurrency on my Binance. So as of right now, I'm going to be using Vital Markets, just testing it out. If I like it, continue to use it. If not, I'll just take all my money out of this and put it into the other markets. And yeah, so I want to get started off with Bitcoin. This is the most popular cryptocurrency pair, and I'm breaking this down basically at the most perfect time because as you guys can see on the weekly, the technicals lined up and we are now entering a bear market in Bitcoin. For those of you that are holding Bitcoin and that are counting on it to go long, please be aware that you should get out. It's just my suggestion. I'm not a financial analyst at all. So, hey, don't listen to my advice. I'm not a professional financial analyst. I'm not a certified, market analyst. I'm not that type of person. I'm an active trader. And that's just basically based off of my own opinion, my own analysis. Now looking at Bitcoin, what had happened this month? Beginning of this month, Bitcoin had tapped into all-time highs, and then it has been a very bearish month. You guys see that, right? The past 2 weeks, Bitcoin crashed, and my technicals lines up, and it's saying that it has entered a new bear market. Wow. We are in for a big surprise because this had happened earlier on in the year, back in April, and as you can see, they dropped from highs of 63,000 all the way down to 30,000. So it dropped almost 30,000 points. Those of you that was holding it then, hoping for it to come up, you got lucky and this was your last chance opportunity. But what else can we see? There was no weekly close above those weekly highs. It tapped into it, but it did not close. So in my academy, I explained to you all that we use the ATR. This is the only tool I really use other than supply and demand and trend lines. And the ATR right now is reading 67.82 for the weekly. I have to go into the daily so I can show you what the daily was reading. It's reading about 3,000 points. So basically, 3,000 points, I usually do about 4 times my ATR. It's a strategy I use to identify market shifts on my technicals. And basically, 12,000 points from 70,000 is about 58,000. So we tapped into 78,000 early in the month, and within the same month, it crashed into 58,000. I'm going to mark this off with a minor area of support. Right around there. So if you are following me, it had a really nice bull rally back in September. And those of you hodlers, it's spelled HODLERS, that was holding crypto expecting it to go to 100,000, got very excited. A lot of optimism sparked in the markets around the world. Everyone's thinking Bitcoin is going to the moon. I do still think that it's potentially going to go up, but as of right now, we are in a bear market. So if you made any money from that rise, I would say if it were me, I would take out all of my money and I would wait for another breakout, because what's probably going to happen is Bitcoin is going to crash farther down. I say it's going to go down past 40,000. I believe it's going to go down here, 47,000. If anything, it could even go down to as low as 40,000. And below, it could go down to 30,000. That's what I mean. But we don't know that just yet. We have to take it one step at a time. But as of now, if you don't want to lose 6,000 to 12,000 points, get out now. There's better opportunity to buy at a lower price. Now, me personally, I'm going to trade Bitcoin right now. I'm actually going to take 0.5. And because everything is lined up for me, I'm actually going to go from an intraday so I can show you all before I do enter my trade. Nice bull rally, nice bull rally. Yes, if you're holding it long term, hey, whatever. But me, I see it's just perfectly lined up for a nice short. This is my first trade off of this broker. So everything is new. Just started this now in front of you all. I'm going to take Bitcoin down 6,000 points. That's going to be my first profit target. And to me, 3,000 USD is not enough. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some more. I actually want to bank off of Bitcoin. So let me put a 5 lot. Just a moment. 3,000. All right. Have to modify that later on, but as of right now, just for demonstration purposes, I'll just leave it there. So this is going to be my target number 1, 50,000. If the price continues to go down further, it could possibly crash into 40,000. And I'm going to mark that off as well as a minor area of support. So for those of you that are monitoring Bitcoin, I'm live. I'm in a trade. Here we go. It's a 5 lot. Yeah, like I said, I want to bank off of this, so 35,000 USD. So this is going to be target 1 for Bitcoin. Now it could possibly go up farther, and so my stop loss is going to be at all-time highs. As you guys see, I'm risking a lot, but you know, it is what it is. Next up, I'm going to go into the next pair because of time. So that's all I'm going to say for Bitcoin right now. I'll follow up with you all as the week rolls out, as the next month rolls out. We're getting into the end of the year, and I'm sure there's going to be a lot of panic. Winter is coming. They said winter is here, and we're going to see this. We're going to see some stuff happen. There's a lot of people heavily invested in Bitcoin right now, and of course, you know, even if it were to go up, not everyone's going to be going up with it. That's just not how the market works. If it's the rise, a lot of people are going to lose money first because there's market makers, there's manipulators, there's banks, a lot of that. So it's not as easy as everyone thinks. So like I said, those of you hodlers, it would be smart to just take whatever profits you want right now and run until around 50,000, where you can see a possible rise. And even if it does get to 50,000, I wouldn't buy it down there. You have to wait for a reaction around that zone. So if it gets to 50,000, you have to wait for it to climb back up to about 56,000. And further, I say about 62,000. So right there, that's going to be my next minor area. My minor area of resistance is going to be right around 62,000. So if it does dip down this low and no further, and it starts to consolidate, then I would like to see price then bounce all the way up to 62,000. That's when I would look for buying opportunities to then take it on up to 70 or 68,000. Back to the retest those highs, close out profits, and then wait for it to continue to surge up. That would be a nice bull rally. Hopefully you guys see Bitcoin start marked out from now. That's all I got to say for this video. Like I said, everything is time sensitive right now, so I'm going to move on to the next pair. Let's get into some Forex. This is USDCAD, and yes, just a minute. Let's clear up the chart. USDCAD, very, very bullish. This past hour, it broke out. In my Forex.com account, which is my primary account I use for my currencies, I actually bought USDCAD, and I had an alert that just went off. So I'm actually going to buy it right now, and then I'm going to speak about it. So USDCAD, I want to buy with a 5 lot. There we go. My stop loss on USDCAD, like I said, I like to use my ATR. So I'm going to use my ATR. Setting up the charts. Very important. Always have your charts set up. About 300 pips from the current high is going to be where I put my stop loss because I'm going to be swinging this. I don't want to check back on it every day. So and this is just a hard stop. If there's a black swan event, you know, USDCAD ends up coming against me and it just, you know, absolutely crashes and starts bleeding to hell, I can get out before that. But what I believe is it just hit a new breakout and it's going to continue to rise, and I'm going to take it on up 150 pips. A lot of you are probably wondering, why am I doing much higher risk than reward? Because the stop loss doesn't really matter. The stop loss, like I said, all it is a hard stop. The markets are very volatile and unpredictable, and so if you're trying to use tight stops like a lot of these day traders online, you're probably going to get stopped out a lot. And a lot of times people actually get stopped out before the real move actually happens. And then they realize, oh my God, it's going in my favor. Why didn't I hold it? Well, that's how the markets are designed. It'll whipsaw you around and then make you feel like a fool. And then you're going to chase the market once it gets up. And then you're going to realize, oh my God, you're chasing the market, and then all of a sudden your tight stop gets hit again, and then your bias changes, and then you try. This is called self-sabotage. That's how a lot of traders literally lose in the long run, because they self-sabotage themselves. We're not going to do that. We're going to still continue to take the day trading approach. Like I said, I just seen a breakout, and I do mark this down. We can see price landed around the 50% of the Fibonacci on this 4-hour Fib retracement, and it's bounced off. Wait for a close above the highs for a safe rise. I just got in a little early. Like I said, my technicals are a little bit advanced. I'm a little bit more seasoned, so that's where I'm going to stand with USDCAD. I want to move on to the next pair, AUDUSD. Break this one down as well. Clean chart, fresh slate. Just created this broker, just deposited my funds and everything today. Yes, I was short AUDUSD as well, and I'm going to continue with this on this broker. AUDUSD, I'm going to put 10 lot. Oh, slow down there. See, a lot of these guys online, they're trying to trick you guys, put down 100 lots, and it's not me. I put down a 10 lot. Same here. The only tool I use is the ATR, and supply and demand. I just want to see what it is on hourly. ATR is 12 points. The 4-hour, it's 23 points. Daily, about 60, 51. All right. So for this, I'm going to look at this weekly. 120 pips is going to be my first profit target, because I want to take it down to the lows. You guys see a pivot point right here, and if it does crash down there, there's a high probability it could continue down. AUDUSD is going into a huge bear market amidst a lot of fears, a lot of Omicron variants and everything. This country they've been pussies. Like, they've been very, very they're all scared. Lock down the country, thinking that it's going to save the people, and it's really just hurting their economy. So with the new Omicron variant, it just came out, I'm sure there's going to be more mutations and all this nonsense going on in the media. I don't pay attention to it. Like I said, I'm still unvaccinated, and I'm not getting vaccinated. But those countries that are fearful and locking down their borders, their economy suffering. There's no global trade. Everything is more expensive for the people, inflation, everything. So Australia is one of those countries where they're locking down their country. The USA was actually opening up its borders. But yeah, we'll get into those fundamentals at a later date because of time. My stop loss on this is going to be about 250 pips up. Like I said, I'm just doing a hard stop. And you guys see this. This is what this is right now. So going into intraday, we can see bang, 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 bang. Just closed below some lows of the month, and it is on its way down as we speak. So I said I had to hop in because I already seen this. Like, literally, I was in AUDUSD from up here, and I had to wait because I got into it last week on Friday, and it went down, tested those lows, but then it bounced back up. And sometimes it does that. That's why I said day trading is cool, but if you don't know the macro point, you're gonna end up putting your stop losses in unnecessary areas, and you're gonna get whipsawed, because if you have 25, 30 stop losses, but you had the right bias the whole time, this is what it does. And this is why I had to revert back to swing trading, but I also still day trade. I use day trading as my entries, swing trading as my long-term approach. That way I can have the most precise trades. Precision always matters. But let's get on to EURJPY. EURJPY. This is right before London session, by the way. I was bearish as well, and I'm going to continue to go bearish on EURJPY. I'm going to put a 4 lot down because it's a JPY pair. EURJPY, we're going to take that back. I'm going to do the same thing here. Use the only indicator I really like using, the ATR. I'm going to check the hourly, check the 4-hour ATR, check the daily ATR. Okay. All right. I say My stop loss on this one is going to be about 350 pips away. Once again, it's a hard stop. 350 pips away would be right about there. Easy 12K risk. Hard stop, 12K risk in case the inevitable happens. Now my take profit is going to be about 170 pips south. So that's where I'm going to put my take profit. And this is just to get it started because as we can see down below, there's a pivot. And I like to get out right before the pivot and wait for a close and continuation. So right now we're taking it one step at a time. We can see the previous pivots. It tested, crash. Time to go down. That's all I'm going to explain for EURJPY. Like I said, it's very easy, very straightforward. It's a no-brainer for me because I'm a seasoned trader in the Forex market. US30. I'm so fresh and so new with US30, but I like to break this down with you guys right now. Once again, I'm going to use the only indicator that I normally use. I do believe US30 is in a big bear market as well, but I don't know yet. Let me just use my indicators. And I could do this manually, but you guys don't understand the mathematics that goes behind the ATR and how ridiculous it can get if you try to do it manually. So I like to just use the indicator, the tool. Let's see, 4 hour, second weekly. I say about 1,400 points from US30's highs will be in a bear market. So 36,000. So right around 34,600, which is entering that right now as we can speak. It's going to be in a bear market. And for me, I'm looking at the technicals right now, and this looks extremely bearish. So for those of you trading US30, bow, we're in it, just like that. We are now in a bear market on US30. And I'm going to put my stop loss right above the highs. Whoa. You guys are starting to see my account balance. I was trying to keep that secret. Yeah, I have a pretty big account. US30, we're going to take this one down. I'm going to take this one down about 700 points. So I'm going to take it down to 34,000 just to get started. And I do believe it's going to go crash down farther, but yeah, this is going to be my medium term. There's a wick down below, so wait for it to close below that wick, and then it could possibly continue on down to the next pivot. And so I'm going to follow through with that. This is US30, guys. XRP USD. I'm going to skip that one, and I'm going to IOTA. IOTA is something that I've been monitoring for, it's a brand new to me. But I had a friend suggest this pair to me, so I'm just like, okay, IOTA coins. Let's just see. Tools or charts. Where's it at? Oh my goodness, it's not letting me use my indicator. Okay, that's very interesting. Okay, there we go. Wait, what in the world? Okay. Because there's no indicators on this yet, so it's not going to show the indicator list. Now it will. Okay. All right. Bear with me for a minute. Just want to make sure that everything's set up properly and accordingly. Okay. Take a look at this. Okay, IOTA coin is pretty fresh, but let me take a look at this right now. IOTA coins actually, be very careful of this one right here. You see how it's been consolidating in a range? I'm actually going to go back. And this is me live. This is me analyzing this live. I've never really looked at this. So you guys can see I really do this. I really do trade. I'm not taking any signals from anyone. I'm not taking any, like, this is just me freely trading raw price action. This is how you're supposed to trade, by the way. But I'm just taking a look. It hit $1.60. That was a surge. It went to a bull market, and then it went all the way back down from $1.80 to $1.20, and then $1.20. This has been very volatile. It's in a bear market. IOTA is in a bear market. I'm going to sell it. Stop loss is going to be about previous highs. What the heck? $58. I need a higher lot than this for my account size. What do you guys think? Can I do a 50 lot on this? Oh yeah, 50 lots. And the leverage on this broker, it can go as high as 500 to 1. So I'm just letting you all know. Oh, there it goes, melting right as I speak. I'm going to take this one down to sub-dollars. So maybe like right around there. And yes, guys, IOTA coin is melting. So for those of you that actually want to see how everything is doing before I finish this video and follow up with you all later on, let's take one last look at everything. BTC USD. Bear. Drop, melting as we speak. USDCAD, bullish. Starting to break out. AUDUSD, pouring down. EURJPY, taking its time. Just had a very nice bear drop. US30 is starting. Just be patient with this one because it's not US markets yet. That has been dripping. I just called on to it before it makes its next leg down. XRP, I don't got time for that, but I'm going to look at that after this video. And IOTA, melting. All right, guys. I hope you guys all got some great insight on this video. You can see I'm a real active day trader. I really does this. Everything is live in front of you. I took these trades, I broke it down, I analyzed it with one indicator. And if you want to learn to trade like me, hit me up. I'm very excited because I think that I'm going to make a few $100,000 off of these trades for this season. So while everyone is in fear and panic, holding, hodling, hoping, wishing, praying, I'll be here enjoying my life and collecting these tips. Trade safe all, and we'll follow up later on this week.